Alright, it is Monday, it is week 3, and development for this week actually started yesterday, roughly 4 o'clock at night, and I had a partial system working. I couldn't quite finish it because I didn't know how. I posted some code up to show what I had done to McClone, and McClone had pointed out that I was a bad coding practice thing that I did, so I should smarten up and learn the proper way to do it. So all day today I spent watching videos and reading documentation on XML serialization, and I finally got it to work here not too long ago, and I thought that I would make a video on the current progress so you guys can kind of keep tabs on me. So let's go over what we did. Let's show you the XML. So this is the XML I've created just for the NPC templates, and we have uh, a class in the code set up so that we can actually read all of this stuff, and I can add loot items and I don't have to change anything. It's kind of fun. We have a name, the level, strength, intelligence, and then we have the loot list for the NPC, and then we have individual entries with the item ID and the quantity inside. So that's how it works, and there's a whole bunch of them in here with different values. And then within the C sharp, I almost said a different thing, but C sharp code here, we have our classes set up, and these square bracket dealies are the serialization instructions pretty much, so that when we run each class through the deserializer, when it reads the data from the XML, it'll actually dump them into these variables according to what we have set here. So the code, the initial code, when we click a button, let's just actually show you what the button does here. So this is our program. Only the NPC templates works. We don't have the items or the loot list. Nothing is pretty much done. It's just kind of laid out generally. But the load NPC templates button here, when you click it, it opens the file, and then as you click on each one, it retrieves the information from the template. So you've got like Goblin 2, Goblin 3, etc., etc. And yeah, so what it's doing is when you click here, it's calling the on change option. So when it changes, it's going to do this part here, this get NPC by name. So we're passing it when we click the button. It's going to pass the path and the file name of the NPC file, and the name, which is the selected item text inside. So whatever we selected here, so this Goblin 3 is going to be the name it passes, which is the name of the in the XML file. And then this is the same code that we did before, where we're reading it. We got the path and the file, the serializer, all that kind of stuff. And then we loop through all of the results. We look for the NPC name that matches, and then we just set all the values on the page to it, and then we know that it's an array. So for this part here, we're going to grab all of the loot entries and just spit out the ID and the value. Now when the items code is actually done and we have an items XML file, this is actually going to get called to a function that's going to read the items file and grab the name of the item that's being looted, so that we can actually store the name on the list here instead of like 1 and 2. It's going to have the name of the item, and then it has the quantity, and I'm probably going to just store it somehow in here. I'm not sure exactly. I might have to do a data source or something so I can keep a hold of the item, but or item ID. We'll come to that bridge when we cross it. We'll get to work on the other parts this week, and hopefully I will have a working data thing. I can start plugging in some numbers, get some base data in there, so that we can start working on the combat system. Once the combat system is ready to be worked on, we can start doing a lot of really cool things in the game that I want to do. I have some interesting ideas for mini games for the viewers of the game that would be trying to command the dude. And yeah, I hope that it's going to be entertaining. We shall see when we get our test subjects in there. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later.